Very good afternoon. My name is Ratnajit Bhattacharjee. I am professor in the department of IIT Guwahati and also head for the Mehta Family School of Data Science and Artificial Intelligence. On behalf of IIT Guwahati and Mehta Family School of Data Science and Artificial Intelligence, I welcome you all into this webinar, topic of which is career in data science and artificial intelligence. And we have in this particular webinar a galaxy of panelists from our school who have wide experience in working in these particular domains. And I hope this webinar will be very, very helpful for those who are planning to have a career in this particular domain. And you must be having many queries which will be answered by our panelists. So very quickly, IIT Guwahati, as you know, is the sixth member of the IIT fraternity, and it was established in the year 1994. And within a very short span of time, we have made rapid progresses, and we are considered now as one of the leading institute, not only within the country, but also our global ranking has also improved quite a lot. Mehta Family School of Data Science and Artificial Intelligence, it was established in 2021. We have 3 batches of regular BTech. We have several PhD students, and also we have joined this year an MTech program. We have a dedicated faculty for this particular stream, which is emerging data science and artificial intelligence. So with these few words, I once again welcome one and every participants here and leave this platform to Dr. Neeraj to introduce the panelists and also make a brief presentation. And then all of us will try to answer the queries from the participants. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Ratnajit, for that very quick introduction. And also, I take this opportunity to once again welcome all the members today of our faculty pool who have joined, and also all of you who have joined us in the webinar today. So the agenda for this webinar is we will first talk a little bit. I will try to give a glimpse about the Mehta Family School of Data Science and AI at IIT Guwahati. And then we'll talk a little bit about the evolving landscape with new age AI technologies, and then careers in data science and AI, and key subjects and topics in the industry. And then we'll relate it back to the BSc Honors Data Science and AI program, which IIT Guwahati has launched now. And then we'll open up for Q&A session. And this all will be through the lens of our faculty pool who have joined us today. So, so it's great that you will be hearing directly from the faculties who are involved in this program, and will be with you in this program as you join on board into this. So, I'll just to share with you who all we are right now here. Professor Ratnajit, who gave the introduction, and we have Professor Arghyadip Roy, Professor Debanga, and myself, Neeraj Sharma, and Professor Teena Sharma, Professor Chiranjib Sood, Professor Amulya, Kumar, Mahto, and Professor Prashant W. Patil. So all of us will be speaking in sequence and sharing our insights on what topics we work on now and how it is industry relevant. And we'll try to present in a manner that it is accessible to all of you, and we'll try our best. And please feel free to ask questions if in the chat at any point of time. We'll assimilate all the questions, and we'll try our best to clarify as much as we can in the Q&A session. So a quick glimpse into our campus. We are situated in northeast of India. So those of you who are in India would have heard maybe that we are one of the most beautiful campuses in India. And I am sure that if you happen to be outside India and come to India, you will also appreciate the beauty of this campus. So it's surrounded by hills, and we have one of the world's largest river flowing beside our campus and campus houses. In addition to the infrastructure, it also has beautiful lakes within the campus. So please feel free to make a visit to the campus if you are in Guwahati. So about the Mehta Family School of Data Science and AI, our people are composed of Professor Ratnajit, who is the head of our school, and we have a pool of core faculty. Many of them who have joined here today in the panel. And also we have associate faculty who are faculty from other departments in IIT Guwahati and who participate in our school activity. And this is because data science and artificial intelligence is highly interdisciplinary topic, and it helps us to see the topics we are working on and understand it from different perspectives of other faculties' expertise as well. And these faculty also assist us in teaching various kinds of courses also. And then we have PhD scholars in the school, in our School of Data Science and AI. We also have MTech students who are doing interdisciplinary data science MTech. And we also have BTech students in this school. And these BTech students are in-campus BTech students. So in addition to these people, we also have distinguished faculty who come from currently from two institutes outside India, one from MIT and another from University of, maybe Professor Ratnajit, can you help me recall? Professor, you are in mute, right?
University of Oklahoma.
Yeah, University of Oklahoma.
And international advisors see us. They are from UCSD, University of California, San Diego, and also from Purdue.
Thank you very much. And we also have support from Mehta Family Foundation Care, which is again a group of philanthropists and scientific advisors. And these together help us also refine our view of what topics to pursue in DS and AI and how to make the program a global program and excel in this program. So on the teaching side, our efforts contribute to having a BTech program and having an interdisciplinary MTech program and a PhD program. So all these are in-house in IIT Guwahati residential campus. These programs are being delivered. And in these programs, we deliver different courses in our campus. And broadly, we have tried to categorize these courses into these blocks you see here. So I will not go through the names of the various subjects, but you can see later on our website that they span all the topics relevant to data science and artificial intelligence. And we also focus on certain humanities courses and also biology, bioinformatics, and various other fairness in AI, those kind of courses to span all topics which can help not only to have a very good course for the current times, but also to take care of future of data science and AI. So the research side, our school owns people who have expertise in wireless communication and human expression understanding and gesture understanding through computer vision, automated video understanding through machine learning, and audio processing aspects, and artificial intelligence in healthcare aspects, and then statistical modeling and inferences aspects. And in addition to these various more topics also. So I have highlighted these topics here because in our panel, we have members who are expert in each of these topics. And in the progressively as we go into this webinar, we'll be hearing from each one of them, and you will also get familiar with each of these topics at an introductory level, and how these are industry, how they are relevant to the industry as well. So on the research contribution sides, our faculty have written more than 1,300 research papers. And although this number appears small, however, this is because our school has started in 2021. And these are the different topics these research papers fall in. And you can see majority of the paper can be grouped into machine learning uh, related topics. And this plot, which we find it very interesting, has been done by one of our BTech group of BTech students in their coursework. So in the coursework, we also try to give the students a glimpse into handling data and making data stories and presenting it in an insightful way. So this is one thing they do as part of their project. So let's start by understanding what is data science and AI, and get a glimpse of what this landscape is looking like. And after a few minutes in this, we will then go to each of the faculty, where they will grow this into how they are taking this forward in their field of research. So if you see the word artificial intelligence, and we try to understand how many times this word artificial intelligence has been documented in books, and we can count that every year how many times this word has occurred. And you see this plot where the y-axis is the x-axis is the time, and the y-axis is frequency of occurrence of these words. And you can see that after 1940, there has been a very quick rise in the word artificial intelligence. And this rose quite exponentially between 1970 to 1985. And so that was the high period of artificial intelligence. So this was before I was born, and I think many of you were born as well. And around 1985, the popularity again fell down because it could not deliver as per what was expected. And industry were not very happy. So funding reduced and artificial intelligence reduced in popularity. But again, after 2000, you see the word has again picked up. And we are again in this phase where we are in the rising phase again. And how long will this rise happen? We don't know. We hope it continues to rise. But we are in this rise period. So congratulations to everyone who has joined the panel, and also the members who are our audience, that you are hearing something which is on the rise. And same thing with data science. It is also on the rise since like 2020. And so this is a good field that things are happening nicely, and everybody is talking about artificial intelligence and data science. And so why this is happening? Right? So if you see the timeline of progress in AI, and this very much has benefited because of developments in other fields also. Like if you see how humans have evolved, so likely first we were in the early days, we were in forest, and then we learned how to make tools, and then we started doing farming, agriculture, and then we made cities. Then electrical engineering came, and in 1940s around, people started wondering, okay, we have comfort levels, but why are humans so intelligent that they are able to do all these things, and no other species is able to do these things, right? So humans have been thinking about what is going on inside their brain. So this is very interesting thing, because we don't see what is very often we are thinking what is happening outside our brain, about why stars is round, why sun is round. But here we are asking why we are intelligent. So that sort of question started coming up after all other fields were reached a certain stage of development. In 1950s, the first digital computer came up, and then progress continued, and we had first microprocessor, and then internet boom happened in 1990s, and the first iPhone around 2005. And since then, there has been a deluge of data in front of us. And thanks to that deluge of data and progress in microprocessor development, we are able to now process that data. And that is contributing to data science as a new field, and artificial intelligence also, again, able to help us in various ways. And if you see the research and development, which has also contributed to this, if you see this in the whole world, the amount of research papers published over years, that has also steeply increased from 2010 to current times. And India is also not lagging behind in this. If you see India, we are like world, China, United States, and you see India is also there in this. And if you see only India's plot, we are also gradually on the rise. So more and more research and development is happening in this field within India. And how has this research and development impacted? So you can see the performance of handwriting recognition, speech recognition, image recognition, or reading comprehension, language understanding. All this has improved over these years. And some of them have improved suddenly, right? It's not that they have improved progressively. Some of them have directly jumped. Like if you see language understanding, that in 2015 it was nowhere. And in now if you see ChatGPT, we are well ahead of how we have done in this field. And thanks to these research and development, industries have also resonated to this development. And you see share of companies using AI in a survey where there were 1843 companies, and more than half of the companies in North America are using AI, and similar numbers hold for other countries as well. So there's a direct industry relevance of this field. So with that short introduction, I will welcome our panel members to go into each of their topic and give us a glimpse into what is happening. So I will welcome Professor Arghyadip Roy to join in.
Thank you, Neeraj, and okay, so yeah, Neeraj, can you go to the next slide, please? So, as you know that there are various areas in which machine learning is getting many applications. One of them is wireless communication. The present future wireless communication is going to see a lot of involvement, lot of application of machine learning as we move from 5G 5th generation 5G technology to 6th generation 6G. So in next generation wireless networks, the main motivating factor is high data rate, and there are many new applications such as IoT, ultra reliable low latency communication, and so on. So now the main job of machine learning based technologies is assisting the radio network for radio access network for intelligent learning and decision making. So in future, if we look at 5G or 6G mobile stations, then it should be able to select the wireless resources in an autonomous manner. So there are various areas in which machine learning applications are being used, such as cognitive radio, massive MIMO, heterogeneous network, to name a few. So in the diagram, if you see at the bottom, there is a block which is called machine learning algorithms. This block essentially fits in within the current framework of wireless communication in 5G setting, and this block helps us to make intelligent decisions. Now, each of these decisions that is made, we compute certain utility based on these decisions, and then the utility refines our strategy selection, and then it gets fed back to the radio access network again. So this process is continued, and the machine learning algorithm block basically ends up and giving us a very robust algorithm in the long run. So in the next slide, you can see in the next slide, you can see various research directions that I am currently pursuing, and other researchers are also interested in this kind of problems. So in this diagram, you see a network where there are some IoT nodes are there, like IoT devices, and they communicate with a centralized server through the wireless channels. And now, if I look into this system, the jobs that come into these IoT nodes, we can execute them at the nodes itself, or we can push them, we can offload them, or we can make them execute at this IoT AP. Okay, so through this process, there is a certain trade-off between delay and power consumption, because if you do it locally within the device itself, that leads to little more delay because their computational capability is less, but at the same time the power consumption is also less. So now one of the research area is to finding out how to balance these two parameters by appropriately offloading the tasks that are arriving at these IoT nodes to either execute them at the locally in the device itself, or do them in the MEC server or the IoT. So in the next slide, you will see here that machine learning based technologies will be immensely useful in finding out good and robust solution to do this kind of task offloading in an intelligent manner. Another potential research direction is basically beamforming, where this base station creates a certain, it focuses its beams towards certain direction, and because of climatic and demographic condition, it may happen that some of the base stations are gone, their coverage is gone, or they are not operational because of heavy rain or landslide, etc. So in this scenario, how to reconfigure the base stations in such a manner, how to produce the beams, how to produce directed beams in certain direction, so that still in this kind of scenarios where there is a potential flood or climatic change, still will be able to serve the mobile users in an intelligent manner. And again, various machine learning techniques such as multi-arm bandit reinforcement learning will hold high potential of solving these problems. So this kind of use cases are useful in e-learning and online education, etc. So in career scope, there are currently the wireless industry is looking for machine learning based solutions to solve many problems related to 5G and 6G solutions, and also security aspects of IoT systems are also useful for distributed machine learning solutions, that whenever I go for a distributed solution, how to make the system secure, and what kind of solutions you may provide to make a secure ML based system. Those kind of solutions are being explored by the wireless industry. There are various research and internship opportunities in India as well as in abroad. For example, recently in US, the UT Austin has set up a 6G institute. Also in India, there are various schools or various internship opportunities, development programs that are happening on this kind of topics, where machine learning, the interaction between machine learning and wireless technologies are exploited. And also because of this rising interest throughout the globally, the FAST conference by IEEE Communication Society on machine learning for wireless communication is going to happen in Sweden in 2024, and also the website for the same is given here. So in the next slide, we can see some companies which are actively working towards this problem in India as well as in abroad. For example, NVIDIA, Qualcomm, Samsung, Cisco, Intel, these are the companies that are working, to name a few. So in terms of career, there is a huge chance of huge scope for you people in future. If you pursue this direction, many companies are looking for this kind of expertise for providing solutions in wireless domain. So with this, I will stop here and over to Neeraj.
Yeah, thank you very much, Arghyadip. So next, I invite Professor Debanga to go over his research area. Yeah, Debanga.
Thank you, Neeraj, and hello all. So it's great to see you all here. So if you go to the next slide. So basically, I'm going to talk about two prominent areas that I'm working on, which is based on computer vision, machine learning, and AI. So when you talk about computer vision, you must have heard about it. So it is basically whenever we use a camera, when you capture a video, then this video can tell a lot of information about the scene that we are capturing. So from that scene, what kind of insights we can get, that will be helpful in so many different tasks. And because of that, there's so many application areas. So I'm just going to point out two areas that I'm currently working on. The first, this particular slide, I'm talking about this hand gesture recognition system for patient assistance. So basically, here what we are working on, if you have a camera or a video, it'll capture your hand and different postures. And based on the postures, you can actually recognize, right? For example, a very simple gesture could be showing 1, 2, 3, or 4 using fingers. So how a computer will understand that, right? For humans, it's very easy, but for computers, it's very difficult. And for that, this computer vision area, using machine learning algorithms, it can perform those things. For example, in the left, you can see we are performing hand segmentation. So what we're doing, we're basically separating the hand from the background. And then only we can look at the hand carefully, and the algorithm can figure out some information about the structure of the hand, and based on that, it can determine what gesture is showing, right? And then in the right side, we're showing this a system where actually we worked on, where we use an AI model that can detect 10 different gestures of the patient who's sitting, for example, on a bed, and that using that gesture recognized as a certain one of the 10 gestures, it can send a transmission of a signal. For example, that maybe the patient is looking for water, or he maybe want to meet someone, or calling for the nurse, and those information through the hand gestures, computer vision algorithm can detect from the video, and then it transfers a signal to someone sitting far away to the staff, right? And then some actions can be taken. So as you can see, it's a very useful, for example, in this case, by recognizing hand gestures, we're using for a very useful applications for healthcare. Now, if you go to the next slide, then you'll see a different kind of applications where I'm talking about looking at the face, analyzing the face. That is also very important, So when you talk to someone, then if we carefully look at the face, you see eyes are moving in a particular way, skin is deforming around the eyes in a particular way. And those deformations, when we look at through our human eyes, we know that some certain expressions are there, whether someone is happy, one is sad or so. But again, how a computer will know that, right? But when you capture that, a face using a video, then you can track the eye movement, track the skin movement. There are algorithms for that. That is using deep learning algorithms that will be able to capture that. And once we do that, then again, we have other set of models that can perform different applications. So I'm showing here two applications. So one is computer graphics. For example, you want to create a virtual avatar, which is showing some emotions, showing some, like happy, sad. How can you do it? So there are algorithms like generative AI that can actually utilize this data that we have captured using computer vision algorithm about eye or about face, and that information can be used to, virtually create a character that can show these different kind of expressions. Similarly, if you look for computer vision, there are applications like emotion classification, right? So we can say whether a person is happy or sad. That is one application, and then many other applications. For example, if you look for surveillance, you are trying to track some people while we are walking around in a room using then you can capture using CCTV camera, or you can also capture your face and then tell whether is there any depression, any stress in that person. So there are so many areas can be done, right? And then if you go to the next slide, as I already said, that computer vision has been used in many areas. So like, for example, two cases that I have shown, two particular examples that I have shown. One was for healthcare and one is for computer graphics, computer vision in general. But there are so many areas, for example, gaming, healthcare, robotics, ACI, surveillance, right? For example, gaming, when you play a game, then we see these characters moving around. You actually control the characters, right? But when these characters move, you have to, make them more realistic. How can you make that? Actually, you can do some kind of motion capture when you track real humans and transfer that information to a virtual character, right? So these are different areas. So there are a lot of areas that are looking for this kind of jobs where require computer vision and AI and generative AI, for example. Here, for example, if you do a simple LinkedIn search about the right computer vision in there, you'll get 65,000 jobs in the US. Right. So, and you can see there's a Sony, there's a Google, and you'll also find there's a Meta and all these big names. They're actually looking for computer vision scientists who are using, deep techniques like deep learning and generative AI indices. And if you look for job titles, there are different job titles you can search, find that computer vision engineer, research scientist, hardware engineer, robotics engineer, computer graphics programmer, and so on. There are tons of jobs like that, right? Now, if you go to the next slide, then just few things that I want to point out about the program, that as you can see, this program is about data science and AI. So it's a very unique thing about this program is that we are talking about AI. And when we talk about AI, our syllabus will cover a lot of topics, interesting topics about AI. So one of the particular topic that I want to focus on is generative AI. As you can know, these days, if you use ChatGPT, you're using generative AI. You're using, some kind of DAL-E and all those kind of tools which are generating, new contents, creative contents. This is generative AI. So actually in this program, you'll be also covering some generative AI topics, which is very unique about this program. And also you'll see that there's so many tools and softwares are being covered in this program, whether you talk about programming tools are, in Python or in C, all these are covered, and a lot of relevant software, which will help you make a job ready, that will be covered in this program, and which will be, I think, very, very useful for you. So I think in general, I'll say that in the area that I'm working in, where I utilize AI and deep learning, which will a lot of scopes are there. And in general, also in this program, we'll be learning so many topics about AI, which our next panelists will be talking about. And you can clearly see that you'll be equipped with a lot of tools, which are really helpful for you for the future. So thank you. I'll conclude there, and maybe the next panelist can go ahead.
Thank you very much, Debanga. So next I will invite Dr. Prashant Patil to take over.
Yeah. Hi everyone. Can you go to the next slide? Yeah, its basic thing is like why we need automated applications, because now there is a high demand of security as well as privacy preservance, as well as we can see to monitor the things, we need a huge manpower, as well as to get the more accurate performance whenever we are dealing with like security or privacy. That times like there are so many terms and conditions are there, because there we need to control the data privacy also, as well as whenever we need to data transfer. At that time we need to take care about the security, because that identity is very important, because for one case we should not release the identity for 99 cases. So these are the some aspects that we need in day-to-day life, because if you are seeing the various applications of automated systems, we can see in next slide, there are various applications. So here we can see the automated surveillance, autonomous driving assistant technology, object detection, number plate recognition. So these are the some applications that are totally well aligned with industry as well as academic, for a job perspective as well as research point of view. And automated surveillance we can see, as well as autonomous, these are the nowadays very trending, because of we are moving towards autonomous driving. And in this autonomous driving, one of the huge topic is that object tracking or object detection. We can say of abnormal object detection in whenever we are driving the car. In front of car, if car is there, then it's fine. If other rather than car is available or rather than car is present, that time what decision we should take. So these are the some one typical application I have shown. But in automated surveillance or object detection, we can see our number detection plates. In normal videos, we are able to get the good accuracy, but whenever data is in night time or some weather degradations are there, like rain or haze or snow, so that time these type of applications are facing the issue. So now one of the biggest challenge in these applications, we can say, these are the whenever we want to test these applications in degraded situations or various surveillance environments, so these are facing the issue. Nowadays, whatever applications are mounted, these are expecting that we are getting the clean data enough to get the high-end outcomes like object detection or activity recognition. But one of the prime limitation of these cameras is that various degradations or various other surveillance environment. So with this, if you are expertise in this particular particular applications or particular in computer vision and machine learning side, so we can get job industry. So we can see here in the next Hyundai, Panasonic, Bosch, Hitachi, Sony. There are so many companies are directly working with this kind of applications. And now for other applications medical side also, super resolution, motion magnification, there are so many applications are there related to industry as well as academia. There we need expertise in the artificial intelligence and data science. So here are some, I think some are discussed already applications, and I think some medical related applications are going to be discussed in coming slide. So over to you, Neeraj.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prashant. So I hope our audience are enjoying this. It will be great if you use the chat box to also share some of your thoughts. And now I invite Dr. Teena to take over.
Thank you so much, Dr. Neeraj. So I will be talking about how artificial intelligence can be used in healthcare. So healthcare is one of the most critical sectors, and AI can assist doctors, nurses, and those who by any means contribute to healthcare. And there are several benefits. Here in this first diagram, 8 of them are shown here. And one of the benefits of AI in healthcare is to help people to stay healthy so that they do not need a doctor. And this can be done by proactive management of a healthy lifestyle. That's the part of keeping well. So AI increases the ability to better understand the day-to-day patterns and needs of the people. Nowadays, artificial intelligence is already being used to detect many diseases such as cancer. And most importantly, it is being detected in their early stages. And AI can also be used to further study the signs and symptoms of a disease, which is known as diagnosis. And the early detection and diagnosis further helps in timely decisions and actions to be taken. And this leads to an effective treatment plan along with identifying the risk factors. So AI is also helpful for people to remain independent for longer duration, and it reduces the need for hospitalization and care homes, which is the part of end of life care. And also it helps in research and training. It plays a major role in drug discovery, which significantly reduces the time span from the discovery, which is followed by several clinical trials. Till then, the product is available in the market. So these are all the benefits how artificial intelligence can be used in healthcare. And ultimately, all these developments which are done using artificial intelligence in healthcare, ultimately these development benefits the end user, such as hospitals, healthcare providers, healthcare payers, pharmaceuticals, patients, and others, and many more. They can use this for assisting the doctors, nurses, and whomsoever who are contributing to healthcare by any means. So overall, it can enhance preventive care, quality of life, and can produce more accurate diagnosis and treatment plans. So currently, there are several companies in India and in the global market who are contributing actively for the development of AI-assisted products. And those products can be better used for human well-being. So in this slide, let us have a scenario how further AI usage can be used to further improve the performance. So I am mainly working on equitable precision medicine, where I am using AI to improve the performance of the population which is data disadvantaged. So here you may see in some of the charts that for some of the data, GTX, Target, TCGA, Jenny, GWAS data, in all these, blue color shows the data abundant groups, that is white or European ancestry. And the other colors, orange, yellow, purple color shows here that that is a percentage of data disadvantaged groups, that is African, American, Asian, Hispanic. So the data is the AI model which we are training using on these data sets for further diagnosis, for predictions. So those are somehow biased to the European ancestry. So we can further work on further work on equitable precision medicine, so that we can have a global biomedical data inequality. So one of those methods are transfer learning, which we can use. So this is one of the solution where we can first pre-train our AI model on the data abundant group, that is European ancestry, and that the same model can be further fine-tuned on the target domain, that is a part of data disadvantaged group, via different methodologies, that may be domain adaptation, fine-tuning, autoencoder based methods. So the accuracy can be improved. So this is one of the applications, one of the problems in which I am working, and there are so many. So there are several companies which are working for real-time solutions to better use the capacity of artificial intelligence in healthcare for well-being of human. You may notice here there are several logos I have kept here for NIH, Amazon Web Services, Google Health, Google DeepMind, Niramai, Healthify Me. So Apple, Augmedix, Babylon, Butterfly. So all these logos, so these are just a few. There are several companies in India and in the global market who are contributing towards the development of AI-based solution, which can further assist for human well-being. So the career scope here comes into the picture, like it it is not only limited to research and training. It starts from data collection, data interpretation, data pre-processing, then the training of AI models, then the validation of those developed models, testing of those models. It is also part of a part of innovation, which we generally do in drug discovery. So it is not only limited to research and training. There are so many sectors where the career scope are there. And I hope from this program, you will get the knowledge through which you would be able to contribute in the future in this area. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Teena. So now I invite our next expert who will talk about statistical modeling and inferences, Dr. Amulya. You can take over.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Neeraj. Hello all. So whenever we talk about data science and AI, we actually what comes first in our mind is data actually. So in general, data is random in nature, and wherever there is randomness, we actually talk about probability and statistics. So what we see that before we go to that statistical modeling, inference, and prediction, let me just give you a brief overview that where this what kind of things are there which comes under this probability and statistics and how they are being applied in various fields of studies. So like first one is descriptive statistics. So whenever we have some data, we actually start with that descriptive statistics. We try to find what is the maximum, minimum, or average, or mode, or variance, or standard deviation. So these are the basic things that we do initially when we have some kind of data actually. So next, we actually try to find the distributions, probability distribution, how our data is actually distributed, whether it is positively distributed, negatively negatively distributed, or it is a normally distributed data. So it is very much necessary to understand the distribution of data, either it is normal, binomial, Poisson, Weibull, exponential, or any other distribution. Like the next, we can see that inferential statistics. So in inferential statistics, we actually try to find the various inferences from some kind of statistical models, and we try to find like pointer interval estimates. We try to do some kind of hypothesis testing, p-values, and related things. Similarly, we also see about sampling methods. Sampling methods means when we have some data, it's often we see that we instead of dealing with the entire data, we sometimes deal with some kind of samples from the data. So it is very much necessary to understand various types of sampling techniques and how they are used in various scenarios. And then like correlation and covariance. So it is very much necessary to understand how the two data sets are supposed, or two variables are actually interrelated, whether they are somehow related to each other or not. Is there any kind of independency relationship, like that kind of things are there. Next, we have some other methods like various kind of regressions, like logistic in linear or multilinear, multiple regressions. And next, we also see about Bayesian statistics. This is one of widely used statistical method because of its property to incorporate the prior knowledge to the estimation process. And next, we also have that is the statistical test, various types of statistical tests. So what we see that in the next slide, we'll see that this statistical modeling is not restricted to any particular field. And this statistical modeling, inference, and prediction is widely used in almost all of the areas, like electrical and electronic system reliability, to understand the reliability, how reliable a product, electrical or electronic product is. We actually use this statistical modeling and then inferences, and then we can make predictions. Similarly, civil structures like railway bridges, or big other road bridges, or big buildings. So their reliability can be also studied using this statistical reliability. Similarly, energy or power system reliability, software reliability, healthcare equipment's safety and reliability, what Teena has just discussed. So once we have a product, suppose a product, whether that is safe or not, whether that is reliable or not, to use. So that understanding can be done using this software reliability, similarly landslide monitoring, and other things like network reliability, what Arghyadip has discussed. So there are various fields where this software reliability is widely being used. And what is the most important thing is that data science and AI is also being incorporated in all of these fields. So there is huge opportunity in all of these field of studies, from electronic system reliability to network reliability. Everywhere there is a huge opportunity for data scientists and AI ML engineers. So with this, I'm stopping here. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you very much, Amulya. So, so that is about AI is in statistical modeling, how that is influencing. And then we have AI in audio processing, which is also my area of interest and area of research. So, spoken language is ubiquitous for us humans. Like we speak, I'm speaking right now, you're listening. And so this brings into picture both science and engineering aspects of how sound is being produced by me, and how we can engineer the sound so that it transfers through this medium and you're able to hear, right? So there is a lot of AI and data science aspects here as well. I will not go into much detail because we are close to the closing time of this seminar, and I will like to take up your questions as well in this. So I encourage you to go to our school's website and see what all things we do in research, and also our courses, what we teach here, and also the Coursera's webpage of our degree program. So, and beside these topics which we have discussed here, there are several more topics also which our school works on. So that also I encourage you to go to the website and explore those things. So coming back to the DSAI program, so this program has several many flexibilities, as you have already seen, and I hope that has driven you to take up this program. So like you can exit in first year, second year, or third year, or fourth year, and anytime you exit, you are exiting with some credentials, and that will be valued in the industry also, as you heard that these skills which you will be gaining through these courses directly are being used in industry at various levels. And the industry roles you can expect from this degree program will be data consultant, data architect, AI research scientist, big data engineer, or a machine learning engineer, AI engineer. And there'll be new roles also which will come up, because this is a very new degree program, and India and the world needs this talent. So it's a happening area with a lot of talent needed in industry. And if you see the curriculum of this program, you have a tri-semester setup here. And in the initial first year, we introduce you to various foundational subjects in math, as well as programming. And also we have a basic English course, because English is also very much required to understand the research paper, know how to read research paper, write your research. And also the many of these developments are happening and people are sharing through blog posts. So how do you understand these things? And so that is there. Then we also will be giving you introductory material, or explaining to you how to use different computer system tools. And then after your first year, then we go into second year, where we go to more specialized topics. And then in third year, you'll be going into more machine learning, deep learning like topics. In the fourth year, there will also be a capstone project to take you further in this field. So in addition, there will be several electives also in the course, and this information is again there in the landing page of Coursera for this degree program. So I will not repeat this content, and please take time and go through those. And we are open to ask questions in the admissions through the admissions email address. So here I will end this presentation. We'll be opening up for questions, and I invite Professor Ratnajit to please take over from here. And I invite all the panel members to share their insights on and add on to the answers we share here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Neeraj, and all my other colleagues who have shared the details of the different research activities that we are doing in this school. So this is more than, we have many other activities going on. Would like to hear from our participants the queries, particularly related to the upcoming program of this BSc online degree program in data science and AI. And we would be happy to answer their queries. So who will pick up the questions one after another? Because there are many questions in the chat box. I think somebody must have. So can we expect a placement offer from IIT? So this is the question which is being asked. IIT Guwahati is planning to have a placement cell for these online students. We have placement cell activities for our offline students, but for the online students, we have already initiated. So this work is on progress, I should say, and there is a lot of time in between. Definitely will provide placement assistance, and also Coursera in its platform, it has placement support. So both these assistances will be made available to you.
So there is what is the expected package? Some students are curious to understand. So yeah, so Professor Ratnajit, will you like to shed some light on that?
It is very difficult to tell at this moment because see, when our first batch of BSc honors students, they will graduate, even if they complete in the shortest time, it is another 4 years. So the salary packages and all these things will keep on changing. But as you have shown, the demand on both data science and artificial intelligence in the industry is growing. And this is happening because now we have come to a paradigm where learning has become very, very important. Decision making by analyzing data has become very, very important. And that's why this requirement is emerging in every field. So 4 years down the line, there may be numerous other fields which will come up with openings. So very difficult to tell exactly at this point of time what will be the package.
Yeah, and I also encourage the students to go to the CCD website of IIT Guwahati, the Career Development website, and it publishes the report of what was the package last year. And there you can see what is the packages being offered to CS, data science students. And that may give you some idea, but again, we don't know what is going to happen in 1 year, 2 years. It may go further high. So of course, we will be delivering the course in the best possible way to make you industry ready. So there are some questions also on the aspects of will this degree also be eligible? Students, will they be eligible to take MTech program after doing this 4 years degree program?
Yeah. So they will, for any MTech program in any IIT, the candidate will have to qualify GATE. And with the BSc honors degree, they will be able to write GATE. And this year onward, this data science GATE is also coming exclusively for data science and AI.
Sure.
It is
Yeah,
not
that is a
earlier they were writing the computer science or E paper, but now they will have a separate paper, data science and AI.
The most of the syllabus
And
covers
Neeraj,
syllabus of GATE in data science and AI.
yeah, Neeraj, if you can actually very quickly tell about the mapping of our program and DSAI GATE syllabus, how do they match, overlap? If you can quickly highlight, that would be, I think, helpful for the participants to understand.
Sure, sure. I will request Dr. Professor Teena to go to the next question, and meanwhile I'll pull out that document.
I think Professor Ratnajit, one important question is there about the exam. I think someone posted that what are be the patterns of exam and probable timings like.
Yeah, so this we have clarified several times because this is a global program. So there won't be any single evaluation test. It will be a continuous evaluation. So as the course progresses on, the faculty members will keep on evaluating the performance of the students. But this tests will be the proctored one. Proctored online examination will be the mode through which we will evaluate the performance. And this performance evaluation will be a continuous process. After finishing some module, the instructor will go for a test, and those schedules will be announced beforehand. It's not that at the end of the trimester you write a big exam. No.
So here I would like to request Professor Mahto. There is a question in Q&A.
Yes.
So there is one person who is asking that, can you shed some more light in the outlook of a statistical machine learning, which they might go through? So this is the question.
So statistical machine learning, particularly most of the applications what you all have shared, the panelists have shared, and what we actually see is more like using all of the statistical techniques like regression to principal component analysis to various types of regression methods. Those are all being used there in machine learning, and they are actually constituting this statistical machine learning part in the core actually.
Thank you very much. So I hope the question is now answered very well by Professor Mahto. So Professor Ratnajit, we have several questions regarding the last date of the forms, the test, and the results will be announced. So there are so many questions.
Yeah, so it is admission process is handled by our academic section, and 30th September is the last date. Already we have started evaluation based on the test that has taken place, and today our associate dean is not available in this program, so they have their schedule of announcing the result. I will not be able to comment on it, but the process is on.
Thank you very much, sir. So there is one question from one of the candidates, that will we as students be allowed to associate with the professors at IITG to do research with them, as I am quite enthusiastic about some of the topics being discussed in today's session?
Why not? Definitely. So this is the objective of this program, because in our on-campus program, we can accommodate only limited number of students. So we are opening the horizon. And this online platform has proved to be a very powerful tool today to share thought, share, collaborate, develop new knowledges in different areas. So with these thoughts only, we are actually going for this program. Of course, employment, getting a better job opportunity, these are also on the cards. But at the same time, we expect a section of our participants will go for higher studies and carry out research activities. And all these type of collaborations are very much welcome. In our curricula, we have the project in last two trimesters, we have the complete capstone projects, which are usually some research activities are carried out. And we will expect our online students also to publish research papers the way our regular students do.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. So
Thank you.
I hope the question is answered very well. So we still have a lot of Q&A. So I would like to ask Kshitij, will these Q&A will be available after these sessions, so that, because there are many questions related to academic related process. So
Teena, Dr. Teena, my suggestion to Kshitij will be to have this chat saved. And because now we are heading towards the end of time, so
Yes,
possibly we will not be able to answer all the questions, and some of these questions may require little bit information also gathered from our academic section. So if we have these questions, we'll put them under the relevant ones, we'll put them under the FAQ, both in our academic site as well as in Coursera site, so that they can access and they can get the answers.
Yeah, that sounds great, sir. So I think now we should end this session. Okay, thank you very much, everyone.